In this video, we're going to clean up the data from Lab 4 in ENGR 114. In the previous video, we built up this script where we've got our header and then our CLC clear and close all command. We imported the data and put it into a matrix called GCData. And then we did some pseudocode putting the different steps that we need to complete the lab. So in this video, we're going to do this step: clean up the data and produce columns with years, months, and days. So let's look at this data sheet. I'm going to look at this by going into MATLAB, and under Home, I'm going to do Import Data. So the Home tab, Import Data. I want to find that XLS sheet. And then if I look at it, I can see a number of columns. Like we discussed before, there's this date column with the year, the month, and the day. Then after that, there's precipitation in inches. Then we've got snow depth in inches, and then we have snowfall in inches. So our columns are those. We've also got this maximum temp, minimum temp column. So what we're going to do now is clean this up so that we take this date column and convert it from these long numbers to 3 different columns, each which only contain a couple numbers. So I'll go back to my script. All right. So we said that column 1 was the date with the year, the month, and the day. What we want to do is extract those years, months, and those days. So let's have a variable called year, and we'll set year equal to GC data. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, let's make this variable column 1. And this variable be GC data. We want to pull out all the rows just of that first column. So let's give that a save, give that a run, and we notice that now we've got this column 1. If we double click this, we can see the years, the months, and the days. So we want to extract the years out, have that be one column, extract the months out, have that be one column, and extract the days out, and have that be one column. So we'll do the year first. So the year, whoops. So the year is equal to column underscore 1. We want to take all rows, and then we want to take the first through the fourth columns. We want to get the first through the fourth columns. Now if I save this and try to run it, I don't actually get what I want. I don't get those first 4 numbers out, because these this type, let's bring this into class here. These are double precision floating point numbers. So in order to do this, what we're going to have to do is convert them into strings. So the way to convert this column1 into something which contains strings is with the num2 string function. So I'll call this variable column1 str for string, and this is equal to num2 str column underscore 1. So I'm going to comment that out real quick. Let's give this a run. And now you notice we've got this column1 string variable, and the class is char, or a character array. So there's something kind of neat that we can do with our character array. If we're down here, just in the command window, and we do call underscore 1 underscore str, let's just look for the very first row and the very first column. This returns us the string of 2 because in this character array we have 8 different columns, 1 column for each one of the individual characters. If we look at the second character, this will return us the string 0. That's that 0 right there. If I want to get the year out, then what I'd want to do is I'd want to take the first through the fourth columns. See, that gets me the year out. But notice that this year is a string. This year isn't a number. So if I try to take ANS and say multiply it by 2, I get this weird result. I don't get 2026, and that's because this is a string, a list of characters that represents the number 2013, not the number 2013. Okay, so let's go back to our script here. So let's call this variable year str, and that's equal to call1 str, and this will be all rows but the first through the fourth columns. Let's give that a save, give it a run, and we see that our year str, we double click this, this is all the years, but they're all in string form. So let's go back to the script. In order to get the years out and have the years be numbers, then we need to use the opposite of the num to string function. We need to use the string to num function. So year is equal to str to num, and then we'll take our year underscore str variable. Now if we give this a run, we'll get this variable year, this matrix year, and if we double click that, we see double precision floating point numbers. We see numbers, so we can do things like math, sorting, those types of things on it. Alright, so the first through the fourth of these characters were for the year. We want to extract now the month and the day. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to recreate this, paste, the same structure. So instead of finding the year string, I'm going to find the month string, and the month string is the 5th and the 6th columns, all rows from our column1 string matrix. And the month as double precision floating point numbers is string to num, but this time I want to take month underscore str. Save that, give that a run. Now I've got this month variable we see that we've got January that ends in the 31st day. Then we've got February, March, April. Looks good. Let's go back to our script. So let's copy this. And let's do this again with our day. So let's have a variable day string. It's equal column1 string. And the days are in the 7th and 8th columns of that column to string matrix. So we'll have this called day, and then we got num to string, day string. Save, run. Alright, so let's stick a little bit of commenting in here. So this will be extract the first column, which contains year, month, and day. Then this step is convert to string. Then what we're going to do is we'll extract the first 4 digits, which are the month. And then here we'll convert the year. We'll convert the year to a double precision floating point number. Which are the year. And so these look nice and pretty. Let's move them over here. So here we're going to extract the 5th and 6th digit, which is the month. And then we need to convert the month to a number. And then we're going to extract the 7th and 8th digit, which is the day. And we'll convert the day to a number. All right. So now that we've got these different matrices, our year, our month, and our day, we need to put them all together into one big matrix. All of the years, months, and days to one matrix. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this, but I'm going to do this in multiple steps just so we're reminded of what exactly is in that Excel sheet. So our first column, that was the day. So our second column all rows, second column. Yeah, what was that? So let's go back here, click our import data. Our second column, this was precipitation. All right. So our second column is precipitation. So let's call this precipitation. extract the precipitation, I don't know, column. Okay, the next column, what was that next column? That next column was snow depth, so let's grab that one. Snow underscore depth. That's GC data. I want to take all rows, third column. And our final column, we want to grab out of here. This will be snowfall in inches. So one was snow depth, and this one is snowfall. So that's equal to GC data, fourth column. So we extract the precipitation column, we extract the snow depth column, and then here we extract the snowfall column. Let's give this a save. Let's give this a run. So now I've got my snowfall, I've got my precipitation, and I've got my snow depth. So now let's stick these all back together in our big data matrix. So let's redefine GC data as the following columns. Okay, so we're going to have the year first, then we'll have the month, then we'll have the day, then we'll have the precipitation, then we'll have snow depth, and finally we'll have snowfall. So this is recombine all columns into one large matrix. So let's give this a run. And now look at our GC data matrix. And here we can see our year, our month, our day, our precipitation, our snow depth, and our snowfall. So this concludes this second video. In the next video, we'll construct the first figure, 4 charts of rainfall for each of the 4 years in our data set.